Welcome to the Ohio Statehouse in Columbus, Ohio. It's March 20th, 2026, the year of America 250. Come along on a little tour of the Statehouse with us.
This is a hallway with paintings of all former governors. Very impressive building, very impressive.
And this is our continuing video series on Othniel Looker. Me and my husband Rob are here today, and we wanted to come see Governor Othniel Looker's portrait painting in the State House. So I'm actually really excited because when we got here, we saw that the America 250 display is set up right under Governor Othniel Looker's portrait. He's the second one in. And as we've noted before, Governor Othniel Looker was the 5th governor of Ohio, and he's the only governor in Ohio that served in the Revolutionary War.
Governor Looker took over for a man named Meeks, who retired the governorship to become Postmaster General of the United States. He was appointed by James Madison. He was appointed in 1814, Looker was. At the time, Ohio was rapidly growing. It was a frontier state, it was heavily wooded, and largely shaped by the War of 1812 and the frontier town of Zanesville, which was then the capital. There were a lot of log cabins, local forges, but mostly it was farming. Settlers lived in log cabins and used deerskin for clothing. Spinning wheels and looms were common in the average house. The state was active in the War of 1812, with the threat of conflict leading to worries among settlers in some areas being sparsely populated or even deserted. Columbus was founded in 1812, and in 1814 the town began to grow as government center with its first market. The first instance of discovering crude oil from a drilled well occurred in 1814 in Noble County when men were drilling for salt. The northwest portion of the state was largely a marshy, unpopulated bog. So that's what Governor Looker was the governor of in the year of 1814.
So this here is the first state capitol building in Chillicothe, Ohio. Chillicothe served as the capital of Ohio from statehood in 1803 until 1810, and then again in 1812 to 1816. There, for a short period, it moved to Zanesville just prior to Othniel Looker taking office. But this is the building that Othniel Looker would have traveled to, and from the now Harrison, Ohio, that would have been probably an almost 2-day trip with horse and carriage or horseback. So it's unknown of how many times he had to go there or if he stayed there the whole time. One of the things that we don't think about necessarily is, was he paid? Politicians are paid now. Was Governor Othniel Looker paid back in 1814? Yes, he was paid a very small amount, nothing like you would picture today. It was probably just enough to cover his expenses for coming up to Columbus or Zanesville for meetings. It probably in no way supported him and his family, so he probably had to go home and run the wood mill or do farming with his sons. So one of the things that Governor Othniel Looker did when he was in office was an expedition was sent to secure the lower Lake Michigan from Indian attacks. After running unsuccessfully for a gubernatorial term of his own, Looker returned to his duties in the state Senate, where he served until 1817. Later that year, in 1814, Governor Othniel Looker had been governor for only 8 short months when he had to run in the gubernatorial race to keep a seat. He ran against Thomas Worthington. If you are a descendant like me, you're probably curious why our beloved Othniel Looker lost so badly against Thomas. Well, I have my own thoughts on it. Thomas Worthington was much younger. He lived in Chillicothe and was in social clubs, whereas Othniel Looker had to travel from southwest Ohio. And just like any political race, money plays a big part of it, so maybe Thomas Worthington had more financial backing. We really don't know. If you want to read more, there are several websites that have more info on this. I hope you enjoyed this session of Governor Othniel Looker. And just to show you around the State House a little bit more, here's a few of the rooms and the hallways where all of the governor portraits are hanging. I hope you enjoyed our tour of the Ohio Statehouse today and a visit with Governor Othniel Looker. Thank you for joining us.